This thing of glorifying the Moors, let me tell you what the problem is. Until you understand that the Moors did not actually civilize Europe, you will cry. You see, when you hear these Arabs talk about, well, the Moors weren't black, they were also Arab, they were like us. It's not really a lie. They're not lying to you. It's because the Moors were a mixture of the black people and the other races that were in Europe at the time. The Moors are the people who actually inherited the kingdom of Europe from their dominant ancestors, who were the actual black African people who civilized Europe. It's because we want to see things now. We want it to be a more recent thing. Don't you see when you look at the pictures of the Moors? They're already in their kingship clothing and queenship clothing. There's castles. There's a majestic-like civilization. Keyword is ruled. They ruled Europe. They ruled Europe. They were the descendants who inherited Europe from their black African ancestors who had originally civilized Europe. You need to also remind yourself 700 years is not long. They ruled Europe for 700 years. And those that they inherited Europe from ruled Europe for thousands of years. Which is why you will hear that these humanoid people only started existing 6,000 years ago. Our royalty doesn't start just now. It doesn't just go back to just 700 years. It doesn't go back to 6,000 years. It doesn't go back to 10,000 years. It goes back to millions and millions and millions of years. It's because you want to see migration as, it began with the human migration. There was migrations before the human migration and another migration before that and another migration before that. The name Moors itself is a name given to those people who ruled Europe, who inherited Europe. That's why you don't need to use that name. Once you understand names, you will understand the big picture. Where does the name America come from? Where does the name Africa come from? Where does the name Nigeria come from? Where does the name South Africa come from? We stop at name instead of checking the origin of the name and the origin of that name and the origin of that name. And you will find your answers. And it will make sense. You know why? Because it's in your DNA. The truth is hidden in our languages and the DNA of melanated people. We're busy here on the internet, anti-blackness, colorism. Just go and do thorough research about St. Moors and you'll understand where the word Moor comes from. And don't tell yourself that that's the end of the information. Keep going, black child. Dig deeper. We're busy here on the internet, anti-blackness, colorism, They're looking at us like fools. You see, the darker the berry, the sweeter the fruit. You take that statement lightly. You think we were this color? I've ran out of time.